पूरे देश में बीजेपी की 20 राज्यों में सरकार है। 20 राज्यों में, एक भी राज्य में 24 घंटे बिजली नहीं आती। गुजरात में 30 साल से सरकार है, वहां भी बिजली नहीं आती 24 घंटे।
कांग्रेस और आप पार्टी अगर अलग लड़ रहे हैं, बंगाल में तृणमूल कांग्रेस और आप पार्टी, तृणमूल कांग्रेस और कांग्रेस अलग पड़े हैं, बिहार में लालू भी छटपटा रहे हैं। पूरा इंडी अलायंस, एक घमंडिया गठबंधन बेर बिखेर होने की शुरुआत हुई है। इसमें
150 लोग हैं अरबपति जो हिंदुस्तान को कंट्रोल करते हैं। देश का पूरा फायदा उनको मिलता है। अदानी, अंबानी, नरेंद्र मोदी जी की मार्केटिंग करते हैं।
Well, so Delhi goes to polls, and Arvind Kejriwal has decided to go it all alone. If that's the case, easy banking on the premise that the Delhi voter is going to vote differently for this assembly elections. That has been the case on the past 2 occasions. But perhaps there's one more premise, like what happened in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Because Chandrababu Naidu was jailed, and there were expectations of a lot of sympathy vote, and the TDP had to come back to power. Similarly, Kejriwal was also jailed and released on bail. And perhaps his confidence about his schemes of free electricity, the kind of improvement in the schooling sector, and a lot of other things which he has been advertising are going to bring him back to power. And he perhaps doesn't want a part of that to be taken away by the Congress. So that's how it is. But it does appear that there is a little bit of a change in the game. For example, if you look at the philosophy of the BJP, they are banking mostly on the victory in Maharashtra and a possible anti-incumbency against Arvind Kejriwal is quite a possibility. And look at the way BJP has gone around campaigning. It has always pitched for the same kind of thing. It has brought Yogi Adityanath into the fray, asking him to campaign. He has started off with the Mahakumbh as opposed to the Yamuna in Delhi.
अगर एक मुख्यमंत्री के रूप में मैं और मेरे मंत्रीगण प्रयागराज के संगम में स्नान कर सकते हैं, तो मैं पूछना चाहता हूं दिल्ली में आम आदमी पार्टी के अध्यक्ष से अरविंद केजरीवाल जी से मैं पूछना चाहता हूं, क्या यमुना जी में वह भी अपने मंत्रियों के साथ जाकर के स्नान कर सकते हैं क्या? अगर उनमें नैतिक साहस है तो उनको इसका जवाब देना चाहिए। यमुना मैया को एक गंदे नाले के रूप में बदलने का प्रण क्या उन्होंने किया है कि नहीं किया? और अगर वह व्यक्ति बात का अपराधी है तो फिर मुझे नहीं लगता है कि जनता जनार्दन की अदालत में उन्हें कोई माफी दी जानी चाहिए। वो माफी के हकदार नहीं हो सकता। बहनों और भाइयों, आज जब हम लोग दिल्ली की स्थिति को देख रहे हैं, ये राष्ट्रीय राजधानी है शेष दिल्ली में क्या स्थिति है सड़कों की, शेष दिल्ली में क्या स्थिति है सीवर की, शेष दिल्ली में क्या स्थिति है स्वच्छता की, और क्या स्थिति है पेयजल की। ये बुनियादी सुविधाएं होती है, ये बुनियादी सुविधाएं होती है, नागरिक का अधिकार होता है इन सभी सुविधाओं पर।
But a lot depends on the concept known as the swing voters of Delhi. Now, who are these swingers? Around 30% of upper caste voters are swing voters in Delhi. The BJP received 75% upper caste support in the 2019 Lok Sabha polls. This fell to 54% in the 2020 Vidhan Sabha polls. Congress received 12% in the 2019 Lok Sabha polls, which fell to 3% in 2020. The Aam Aadmi Party received 13% support in 2019, which increased to 41% in 2020. In the 2024 Lok Sabha polls, 29% of upper caste voters of the AAP moved to the BJP in 18% swing, and Congress 12%, and around 25 to 30% of OBC voters are swing voters in Delhi. The BJP received 64% of the OBC support in 2019, fell to 50% in the 2020 Vidhan Sabha polls, while Congress received 18% support in 2019, which fell to just 2% in 2020. AAP's 18% OBC votes in 2019, however, increased to 49% in 2020. And looking at the 2024 Lok Sabha polls, 29% of the AAP's OBC voters moved to the BJP, an 8% swing, and Congress 17%. Now, there's a very important factor here. Around 45 to 50% of Dalit voters are swing voters in Delhi. The BJP received 44% Dalit support in the 2019 Lok Sabha polls, that fell to 25% in the 2020 Vidhan Sabha polls. Congress 20% Dalit support in 2019 fell to 6% in 2020. And AAP's 22% in 2019 jumped to 69% in 2020. Coming back to the 2024 Lok Sabha polls, 41% of the AAP's Dalit voters moved to the BJP, the 24% swing, and Congress 14%. Now let's look at the Muslim voters. This is going to be a very sizable contribution from them in changing the pattern of elections. Around 55% to 60% of Muslim voters are swing voters in Delhi. BJP received 7% Muslim support in the 2019 Lok Sabha polls, which fell to 3% in the 2020 Vidhan Sabha polls. Congress 66% Muslim support in 2019, fell to 13% in 2020, and the AAP's 28% in 2019, increased to 83% in 2020. Now, the 2024 Lok Sabha polls, 34% of the AAP's Muslim voters moved to BJP, 11% swing towards the BJP, and Congress 21%. Another vital question is whether the Muslims who swung towards BJP with a quantum of 11% will back the Congress or the Aam Aadmi Party. The question is whether the average Delhi voter is thinking in terms of coming to terms with the concept of having a double engine sarkar. Because perhaps if they think that there's no point in having someone like Arvind Kejriwal at the helm of affairs, always at loggerheads with the union government, Delhi's problems cannot be solved. And BJP has not made anything secret about that. Now, let us see how the parties have really addressed the Delhi voter. A lot of promises have been made as usual. The BJP has accommodated almost all promises made by the Aam Aadmi Party and has given some additions. While the Congress has made just a few promises, it does appear that the Congress is not getting into the localized scenario of Delhi the way Rahul Gandhi has campaigned, is revealing that he is simply saying what was said earlier in any other place about Adani and Ambani, and directly questioning Kejriwal, saying that he has not uttered a word against the BJP, alluding to the fact that Kejriwal is a covert operator of the BJP. If that's the kind of campaigning in a place like Delhi, brought with a lot of problems. Delhi's first problem will be the sewage and pollution, and the kind of roads and all that. So finally, let us have a look at the kind of promises made and the approach taken by all the three parties. The ruling Aam Aadmi Party, the Bharatiya Janata Party and Congress have released their manifestos explaining various schemes and programs they plan to offer. Now let us see what Aam Aadmi Party has said. The party introduced the Mukhyamantri Mahila Samman Yojana, which provides assistance of Rs 1,000 per month to women. Now, the national convener Arvind Kejriwal has pledged to raise this amount to Rs 2,100 per month if his party is re-elected. Besides providing up to 200 units of free electricity and a 50% subsidy beyond that, AAP has now assured that tenants in the national capital will also be included in the free electricity and water scheme, thereby extending this benefit to a wider section of the population. Now they also promised free health care for senior citizens in both private and government hospitals. Under the Pujari Granthi Samman Yojana, Rs 18,000 per month will be given to all the temple priests and Granthis of Gurdwaras. Male school and college students will also get free bus rides, while all students will be given a 50% discount on metro fares. The Delhi government has already offered free transportation to all women on all government-run buses since October 2019. Now they've come up with Dr. Ambedkar Samman Scholarship Yojana, which will cover the fees and staying travel costs for Dalit students who will secure admission to international universities to pursue higher education. Now for auto drivers in Delhi, AAP has promised Rs 10 lakh for life insurance, Rs 5 lakh for accident insurance, as well as Rs 1 lakh for the wedding of each daughter and Rs 2,500 for their uniforms. Now look at what has been promised by the BJP. The BJP, it says it has pledged Rs 21,000 for pregnant women, Rs 2,500 per month to every woman voter in the national capital and from low income families, and Rs 500 subsidy on LPG cylinders. And BJP said it would enhance the healthcare coverage provided under the Ayushman Bharat scheme, offering an additional Rs 5 lakh insurance to families. And Nadda said the BJP will enforce the flagship Ayushman Bharat health scheme in its first cabinet meeting. Under his Mahila Samruddhi Yojana, the BJP will give Rs 2,500 per month to every woman in Delhi, while it has also promised one free cylinder each during Holi and Diwali. It said the pension for senior citizens will be increased from Rs 2,000 per month to Rs 2,500, while for those above 70 years of age, it will be Rs 3,000. And to support poor families, it will also offer nutritious meals for Rs 5 at Atal's canteens across slum clusters. And for the all ongoing welfare schemes, they would, which include free electricity of up to 200 units and free bus rides, women will continue if the BJP forms government in the national capital. This is to assure them that if BJP comes to power, they are not going to withdraw these welfare schemes introduced by the Aam Aadmi Party. But the Congress has said it would give up to 300 units of free electricity to every household in Delhi and Rs 2,500 per month to women from low-income families under its Pyari Didi Yojana. Through its Jeevan Raksha Yojana, it has promised Rs 25 lakh health insurance coverage to all the residents in Delhi. Congress has also pledged subsidized LPG cylinders at Rs 500 along with free ration kits. A major highlight of the Congress manifesto is Rs 8,500 to all the jobless youth in Delhi for 1 year, along with providing apprenticeships in local industries. Now this is where the whole story lies. The Aam Aadmi Party lost 29% among the upper caste, again 29% among OBC, 41% among Dalits and 34% among Muslims, which is an 18% gain for the BJP in the upper caste, 8% in the OBC, plus 24% among Dalits and 11% among Muslims. The Congress has gained in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections the 12% in the upper caste, 17% in OBC, 14% among Dalits and 21% among Muslims. If you look at the socio-economic status, BJP has gained 19% among the poor. This is a crucial indicator. While AAP has lost 37% and Congress has gained 17%. The middle class voters, AAP has lost 21%, BJP has gained 11% and Congress has gained 12%. While the upper caste voters have left a margin of 28% minus for the Aam Aadmi Party and a gain of 11% for the BJP and 16% gain for the Congress. Now there are two factors here, the glaring factors. Among the Dalits, plus 24% BJP, and among Muslims, plus 21% for the Congress. A 19% gain among the poor for the BJP and 17% among the Congress. These three parameters are perhaps likely to determine the result in Delhi. Now the mathematical conclusion is very clear. All the three parties might be trying to retain or improve upon the swing. That's quite common. But mathematically speaking, if the BJP and Congress hold on to even 5% of the 15% swing voters each, that is, even if they forego 10% of the swing voters and retain 5%, then the Aam Aadmi Party vote share would fall to 44% and the BJP's share would rise to 44% and the Congress to 9%. Which means that the Aam Aadmi Party could end up losing the polls 31 to 39 to BJP. That 5% retention of the swing voter is likely to be distributed amongst the poor, the Muslims and the Dalits. That is where the target lies. Now the question is whether the Aam Aadmi Party can bring back its 30% swing vote to gain power in Delhi. This is a small analysis about the Dalit and Adivasi votes. The National Confederation of Dalit and Adivasi Organizations and the Convergent Media, covering 6,256 people across Delhi between January 1 and 15, claimed that Dalit voters gave upper hand to AAP in 35 seats, followed by BJP in 28 and Congress 7. Even during 2024 Lok Sabha elections, 52% voted for AAP Congress candidates, while 46% voted for the BJP. This 46% is a considerable proportion, and if that is retained by the BJP, well, they have a chance to gain power in the state assembly.